The moment DeWanna Bonner stepped onto the court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the atmosphere shifted instantly. This wasn't just another game for Indianapolis. It was personal. Ever since Bonner walked away from the Fever midseason, fans had been circling this date. The boos began the second she checked in, and they only grew from there. Her return wasn't just a road game, it was a confrontation, a reckoning. To the fans she left behind, this was betrayal, and they made sure she felt it. Every time Bonner touched the ball, the noise intensified. When she stepped to the free throw line, the jeers of "quitter" echoed through the arena.
We got to celebrate beating down DeWanna the Scammer Bonner. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, buddy. DeWanna Bonner, I just want to start here. You stink. You stunk it up. You caused all that ruckus. I thought you stopped shooting threes hitting the side of the backboard when you took the Indiana Fever jersey off.
Bonner found herself locked in a physical battle with Hall, and as she tried to make her move, even Caitlin Clark, sidelined with a groin injury, was caught grinning on the bench, clearly enjoying the moment. Though unable to play, Clark was fully engaged, celebrating every defensive stand against her former teammate. When Lexi Hull and Natasha Howard teamed up to block Bonner's shot, forcing a shot clock violation, Clark leapt to her feet, cheering as if they'd just clinched a title. The moment said it all. The team's chemistry was undeniable, and Clark's animated reaction made it clear just how the locker room really felt about Bonner's departure.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham, that is her first team second. Coming in from Martin Phoenix, number 14.
Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas wasn't content to stay quiet on the sidelines. All game long, she taunted Fever fans, exchanging heated words with multiple sections of the crowd. At one point, cameras caught her shouting that Bonner had joined a real team, completely unaware of what was coming on the scoreboard. Thomas acted like she was making a bold statement, trying to defend her fiancé from the relentless boos, but the whole thing was about to blow up in spectacular fashion. Fever fans who had waited months for this night were about to get the kind of satisfaction you can't script. Bonner delivered a dismal performance, just 4 points on 1 for 4 shooting in 21 minutes, with a single, lonely rebound to her name. While she struggled, the real team she left for was getting torn apart by the very squad she'd walked away from. The optics were brutal. What was billed as a triumphant return turned into a humbling collapse. The instant karma was unmistakable, but the Fever weren't done. This wasn't just about winning a game. It was about sending a message. When you quit on a team that's building something real, don't expect a warm welcome, and don't expect mercy. With Caitlin Clark sidelined by a groin injury, questions swirled about whether the Fever could hold their own against a Mercury squad sitting third in the WNBA standings. Critics were circling, ready to declare Indiana a one-woman show. This was supposed to be the game that exposed the team's total reliance on their rookie superstar. But someone forgot to tell Ari McDonald. McDonald, who wasn't even on the roster to start the season, was about to show why DeWanna Bonner's departure might have been the best thing that ever happened to the Fever. The former Arizona standout, who scored in double figures in all 93 games of her college career, stepped into the spotlight with confidence, ready to seize her moment.
Bonner booed in her return, which is to be expected considering the circumstances in which she left, and the players that have come in for the Fever are much better than Bonner was for them. Ari McDonald has been a revelation. She was great in this one again, and Chloe Bibby looks like a perfect fit. So all in all, Fever fans have to feel pretty damn good about that win.
McDonald erupted for a career-high 27 points, including a flawless 10-for-10 from the free throw line. She played with the kind of heart and grit that Bonner never showed in a Fever uniform. Relentlessly attacking the rim, McDonald kept Phoenix on their heels all night. She added 4 assists, distributed the ball with poise, and played like someone who understood this moment might not come again. Her speed and urgency were simply too much for the Mercury to contain. But McDonald wasn't doing it all by herself. Chloe BBY, brought in on a 7-day contract, stepped up in a big way, dropping 10 clutch points and proving she could shoot and space the floor with confidence. She even came up with a key steal on defense, making the most of every minute on the court. Sophie Cunningham delivered a momentum-shifting 4-point play and finished with 12 points, providing a spark when the Fever needed it most. Off the bench, Dairies Dantas matched her with 12 of her own, highlighted by a slick dream shake that left Alyssa Thomas stumbling and the crowd roaring.
To handle.
When did you realize you had it kind of going tonight, and what kind of opened up for you? I felt like you were scoring kind of from basically everywhere.
When I seen those 2 threes go in, then I saw how easy it was, like getting into the paint. I'm like, okay, I'm converting. All right, I'm good. Like, let's keep being aggressive, or just, keep taking what the defense is giving me.
So Indiana trailing by 9, trying to pick up the pace here, and Chloe Bibby hits a 3.
In transition, Chloe Bibby's done this a million times in her time at Maryland and in practice.
The irony was almost poetic. Both Ari McDonald and Chloe BBY were signed using the cap space freed up when Bonner walked away from the team. Her exit, once seen as a setback, had opened the door for players who actually wanted to be in Indianapolis. And these weren't just stopgap signings or end-of-bench fillers. They were competitors, gritty, focused, and fully bought in, playing with the kind of purpose Bonner never seemed to grasp. The Fever's offense was clicking, their defense suffocating, and their energy undeniable. Possession by possession, they broke the Mercury down. You could see it in Phoenix's body language as the game dragged on. This wasn't how the night was supposed to go. Without Clark, Indiana was expected to crumble. Instead, they looked more connected than ever, playing with a level of chemistry and hunger that hadn't been seen all season. It was addition by subtraction in its purest form, and the entire arena could feel it building. Then came the fourth quarter, and that's when Aaliyah Boston took over. Phoenix still believed they had a chance to steal one late, but they had no idea the storm Boston was about to unleash.
See Mitchell, she's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham, yes, and a foul! Sophie Cunningham, give her 3, and she'll go for 4. Dantas battling, spins, fades, fires, and hits. Bibby, corner 3, oh yeah! Cunningham, yes!
You gotta continue to step, okay? We ain't got no room for sliding back, okay? We no room for slippage. Every day, there's a sense of urgency, okay? I was proud of you guys, the way it was offensive and defensive substitutions, being ready to go with that. Everybody who came in made an impact. We had 5 in double figures, damn near 7. That's really, really good, y'all. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The fourth quarter began with the outcome still hanging in the balance, but Aaliyah Boston had other plans. She'd already been a steady force all night, posting 22 points and 12 rebounds, but when crunch time hit, she shifted into another gear. This was her moment to show exactly why she's becoming the face of the franchise. With Phoenix pushing for a comeback, the pressure was on. Could the Fever close out a tight game without Caitlin Clark on the floor? The Mercury seemed to think so. What they didn't expect was the storm Boston was about to unleash. She completely took control, dropping 17 points in the fourth quarter alone. At one point, she rattled off a personal 10-0 run that slammed the door shut on any hopes Phoenix had of rallying. It wasn't just dominance, it was a statement.
So too has Ari McDonald, who did not start the season with the Fever, but has really come on strong. Pass inside, it's a bullet. More contact there underneath. Hole hits the ground. Austin has a size advantage here. Wants the clear out, gets the clear out, gets inside, and pushes it home.
Every basket Aaliyah Boston scored felt like more than just points. It was a message. This game had become bigger than the scoreboard. It was about proving that the Fever had built a championship mindset, one that ran deeper than any single superstar. Boston attacked relentlessly, getting to the free throw line at will and knocking down 10 of her 13 attempts. She absorbed contact, powered through defenders, and punished the Mercury for every lapse in focus. Her dominance wasn't just physical, it was psychological, and Phoenix had no answer.
Both teams have now erased double-digit deficits. 9:30 to decide a winner. Howard inside Boston, deep position.
Wow.
Dangerous pass there by McDonald, rescued by Howard. Howard trots inside, left hand off the mark. Boston pulls it down and lays it in. McDonald has just had that look in her eyes here tonight, but it's Boston taking over in the fourth.
No answer.
Boston's dominance in the paint was absolutely suffocating. As the quarter wore on, you could see the frustration building on the faces of the Mercury players. They had no answers, no counter for her polished post moves, sharp footwork, or her ability to create offense all on her own. The former South Carolina star was putting on a clinic, reminding everyone why she was the #1 overall pick in the 2023 draft. This game marked Boston's 4th straight double-double, a career-best streak that underscored her transformation from a promising rookie into a true franchise cornerstone. But it wasn't just about the numbers. It was about the moments, her ability to take over when it mattered most. The consistency was impressive. The timing? Even better.
Nate Tibbetts.
Only 15 three-point attempts and 6 makes for Phoenix from outside the line.
Boston step through, lays it in. You can't stop her.
Powers in the paint.
We're still playing without Kelsey Mitchell. She's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham